Alright, I think we're set, right? Yeah, I think we're set. Is this on loop? Yeah, this is on loop. Putting the music a little lower. Hello, Earthmind. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Howdy, Xavier. Wonderful to have you, as always, here. Alright, now, what was I doing? This lighting thing changes, right? I think it does. Well, we're in the middle of the night, so it's not going to change now, is it? It's going to sound crazy, but I think I want to get up here with another character. We might want to speed rush that in the future, but for now, let's see what we can do. Alrighty. Oh, God, it looks awful. Wait. Is it... Nope, yeah, I think this is just how Moonlight Altar looks. Oh, God, no. There's really no way to... Hey, Nicolino, good to see you. What in the world is going on? Ah, you know what? Stupid Erd tree's on fire. That's gonna be obnoxious still. Alright, so we're definitely gonna need to do this on another character in the future. But... this'll work, right? Alright, what can I change with time of day then? You still want to have me take a closer look at the summoning animation for the Baleful Shadow? Yeah, that's true. That might be what we gotta do. God, Penacony soundtrack sounds so good, chat. I'm really looking forward to when that patch drops. Oh. I'm not supposed to press the screenshot button outside of the game. Whoopsie, there we go. Just gonna try to take a new shot of this, but with the new lighting. Again, I don't think we can get... There we go. Oh, I think you forgot to pass your lore thread in the Elden Ring section of the Discord. Ah, you're right. I gotta do that. I'll have to think about getting that compiled. Maybe tomorrow. Thanks for reminding me, Xavier. Completely slipped my brain. Hello, little church lore. Good to see you. Yeah, I hope you guys liked that thread a lot. It was definitely it wasn't like something like super informative or anything, I don't think. Like, it's a lot of basic observations mostly, but I was hoping to at least like give you guys something like that. So it's like, hey, here's some like basics. You can kind of set yourself up to start doing your own theorizing, because I'm not going to be able to do this for a while, so I just did all the preliminary shit for you. I'm not seeing too much of a difference, so I'm gonna leave the high quality stuff off. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I think that's fair. Yeah, they've been great. Oh, that's good. There we go. Perfect. Let's look at the other statues too, in case I like that option better. Yeah, I can already see myself liking this option better. If the music's like too quiet for you guys, like you want a little bit more background audio versus my voice, again, feel free to just tell me. I do this stuff so that way I don't have to listen to the same Elden Ring background audio over and over again, but also so you guys can have something to jive to. Love your recent threads. Oh, that's great to hear, Little Church Lore. Yeah, I know I'm not going to be able to do any, like, super in-depth analyses anytime soon on those topics. Next one's probably going to be on the Omen, like, mostly Morgott and stuff. Again, we might have to think about, like, trying to rush a character over to Morgott again. We'll be able to do it easily with always stealth, because, again, I'm going to do it on a character I don't care about whether or not he, like, lives or dies or, you know, any of that stuff in terms of leveling. We just need to get to the Morgott boss fight and be able to see him do his shit. Need a shot of that spear. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else here. Maybe let's check the rafters just in case. Maybe stylistically, in case I want to highlight, like, the... Yeah, the lighting's here. Nah, I can do it, like, up here. So, yeah. Yeah, I like something like this better, chat. Is it weird how there's only, like, really anything approaching sunlight, like, in the evening? I find that funny. I think this is best. Alright, so it's just a matter of getting rid of all this junk. There we go. Oh, you know, I think I like this angle better. Yeah, it's got a little bit of the Blu-ray problem, but we can fix this with some clever positioning. Wow, I'm even more impressed with myself than I thought I was. You have a picture of a spear yet? No, we cannot get it as Margit. He only uses it as Morgott, so I need to get a very good close-up of that. Moon magic messing with the sun, I guess. Yeah, that seems to be the idea. So we have the moon, which is normally behind the Erd tree here, but then we have this other moon, which is here, right? This is what's led to some questions about, ooh, which one's the dark moon? Which one's the full moon? And stuff like that, right? Like, I'm sure someone's done a video or something doing some, like, specific close-ups on this stuff already, so... let's just do this real quick. Wait, did I take a wrong turn? Wait, the hell? Does it not load unless you go inside the hole? No, I think I just missed it. They just missed it. It wasn't easy to spy. Um, once I, you know, clipped out. You know, because of visibility and shit. Oh god, no, they don't actually load it. Oh, okay, well. How the hell did that kill me? Well, we just rolled the title, everybody! Oh, yeah. There we go. It wouldn't be a Loki stream if it didn't have me falling to my death in hilarious fashion. Alright, there we go. I forget, has Zuli checked to confirm whether or not this is lighting or if it's actually the model is blue? I also find it interesting how we only see mushrooms in this corner. I wonder if that's stylistically because like they couldn't be bothered to decorate this whole little like dungeon circuit, or if there's something more going on there. I don't think I need any other specific shots of this thing, right? I like how it shifts over. So it's like this body thing where it's like, this is like where its bottom is, but then like it falls to the side, but then crumples over on itself the other direction, maybe because of the weight of the giant fingers or whatever. So it kind of almost becomes like this mushiness. I find that fascinating. I haven't seen one, but I'm not subscribed to every lore channel in existence. Yeah, I'm sure it's floating around somewhere. Again, I'm very surprised there isn't more on. I haven't heard any like discussions and stuff on the Ancient Civ. I feel like that's something that would be ripe for theorizing because there's so much open-ended stuff to speculate on. But nobody seems to have taken the bait. I'm very surprised. Oh well, we'll see if that changes now that I've said stuff about it. You guys mentioned that Quelaag said some stuff. I was able to kind of read it, but I was a little confused because I'm not sure if she was like making typos or something. Uh-oh. Look who's coming here. Hello, doggy. Doggy. Good to see you. I cannot play with you right now. I'm kind of busy, but I will take your bowl from you. I thought it had to do with communication. Do you know how mushrooms grow from the spirit ghosts? Oh, that's true. That does happen. So that could, I guess that could be a communication thing. I was wondering if the mushroom thing was just something inherent to the spirits, but I guess that does. You know what? Now that you mention that little church lore, it now brings up a huge question about the role of fungi in the cosmology, because we see it associated heavily with rot, and we see it associated with spirits and the two fingers. So is it possible something that's associated with space and the arcane? We do see insects kind of associated with arcane, like the rot, because of Estelle, our good old asteroid. Asteroid. Rawr. You know my dog wants to play when he's giving me his ball, and he's just like dropping it on me. I think I need to say more than this, right? Alright, let's set. I know what I want to summon here. Yep, there you are. Sorry guys, I have to stop to throw the ball around with how he is. Am I crazy? Aren't more supposed to trigger somewhere? Blue flowers here too. Hey, I am good to see you. Hey there, popular cliff faller. I'm a popular cliff faller? Oh no, that's not what I want to be known for. Maybe it's inevitable, though. Yep, Quaylike has great stuff on it. Yeah, maybe it's because I was only able to glance through it, but I was a little confused when I was reading Quaylike's thing, because I was like, is there a typo? Is the grammar, like, off? Or am I just reading this wrong because it's like a two-parter or something? But I didn't have time to be able to give it a second read-through and really kind of double-check to make sure. I'll have to do that again and maybe respond, depending on what it is she's getting at. Also, by the way, guys, it seems like she's having some trouble, so if you guys are able to pitch in, please do so. I retweeted the link and stuff for her. So again, like, seriously. We have some great people in this community, and if you're able to help them out during a hard time, it's appreciated. I can't get these guys to show up. Quaylike is a great VOD on fungi and communication, too. Ooh, good. Good to hear. I'm glad to know about that. That might be something worth looking at. Insect Glade gives you a buff to your elemental defense, if I recall correctly. Oh, does it? Which elements, though? I must be crazy, chat. I could have swore. Oh, you know what? It must be the other... I don't have all the ruins. I was like, I don't remember these being this small, but... Now that explains it. That explains it. Oh god, no, he's licking me, chat. 1 second. 1 second for the dog. There we go. Yeah, their poor doggo was sick. They're doing much better, however. Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. Oh yeah, that's fair, yeah. I'm gonna have to... Yeah. Gonna have to go check up on Quaylike after this, then, I guess. Okay, so... These noble ruins come in 2 parts, then. Oh god, and there's this ugly-ass fog effect. Oh, absolutely disgusting, chat. Thankfully, we have higher LOD and stuff. I don't know if that'll fix this filter. Alright, we're gonna do this. Let's do the higher LOD now. I actually like this most. Yeah, this might be better. We don't want to trigger the other guys now this time, so... Oh god, no, but I can see the little pixels there. Alright, we go here. There we go. Yeah, I want to do something like this to highlight the path to the cathedral. Right, because someone could come in through the side apps here. Let's change the lighting again. So from 60. We got the rays, but they don't go anywhere. Give the doggo a sword to fight? No. No, my doggo would cut himself to pieces doing that. I do not trust him with a sword. He was not built for swords. That much I can confirm. He's kind of a dumbass. Lovable dumbass, but still a dumbass. Listen, I give up. Again, the stupid pixels. Oh no, I forgot to pause. I keep making this mistake. There we go. There we go. Alright, now we can look at... Alright, trigger them. Now they gotta show up, right? Now again, I don't remember if they're blood roses or something up here. Because it's been so long. Another one of you, really? There we go. Again, don't think these flowers are important, but just in case they turn out to be in the future, we'll have it on record at least. Oh. God, doing this with the high LOD. There we go. Alright, I think that's enough. Go. Adula has dark blue crystals instead of the other glintstone dragons have a more normal tealish. I think it's because they ate specifically Carians. That could be the explanation. Could also be because being devoted to Ranni's dark moon and stuff and learning like dark moon sorcery. Because I'm pretty sure all the glintstone dragons on here have eaten the Carian nobles or commoners or whoever's up there. He was not built for PvP. He was not built for PvP, I am. Unfortunately, no. He's purely there for PvE co-op. Unfortunately, he's not even a support class. He decided he wanted to be level 1 commoner and basically stuck to that for his entire life. I mean, hey, it's working for him. Basically has me paying for his survival. Like the idea a lot. Yeah, I think that would better explain Adula having a unique color scheme personally. Now, still leaves a few questions in the air, but oh, God, I hate you. Come on, there we go. Alrighty. know, chat. I'm trying to figure out which one looks best. To be honest, I'm not happy with any of these angles. I guess we can start here. And then go for something else, so... Again, the problem is really... The problem is really those rays of light. They really prevent us from having, like, anything, like, decent. In terms of lighting. Like that. Ooh. I think those are the best we're gonna get. We'll try one from here too. I think it's the best we're gonna get. I was just throwing it out there since the Karen weapons have unique dark blue glintstone hit effect. No, again, I think that's totally fair, Xavier. It's just, I feel like Adula has a... Like, the thing we know about Adula is that Adula is dedicated to Ranni. We can't say the same for the other dragons that we find here, especially considering they kind of, like, exist, like, out in the wilds, quote-unquote, separate. Speaking of... I never killed all of them. I find that funny. I forgot that there was the last one that I never ended up killing. I can't remember if he has like a glowing effect or something, so 1 second, chat. We got our shot of these guys, so let's just get the nobles. So this is where like the quote-unquote moon folk are, but they have the nobles here, and then the moon nobles ruins are like empty, so this brings me to the question of, are these nobles supposed to be the moon nobles, or are they supposed to represent Erdtree nobility? Because it's very vague on when they're repurposing the noble bodies for like Erdtree stuff or otherwise. Is there even a worthy distinction at this point? We get our wonderful traps. Another sword. That's the other problem. I don't think the nobles will actually be visible unless we... Huh? Alright. Alright, let's try this. There we go. We have our answer. Nobles everywhere probably licking Godric's boots. No. Godric is licking their boots. We know how this works. The Dark Blue Glintstone also reminds me of Celia Night Sorcery Blue, and the Dark Moon is tied to the Nox. I don't know if the Dark Moon's tied to the Nox. Ranni's sort of tied to the Nox, so I guess indirectly, yeah, but... The thing with the thing with the Dark Moon is that it's somehow more connected to like the gods and the arcane compared to Renala's moon. Now that might just be because Renala's moon is better known, so it's therefore associated more with the intelligence stat than the arcane stat. Because again, all occult stuff is just referencing the arcane stat terminology, which again is lifted from Bloodborne to mean the secrets of gods, so divine mysteries or just mysterious, but again, this idea that this is somehow related to the divine that exists in space. Uh-oh, chat. I think the dog got his balls stuck under the bed again. One moment. Okay, that's impressive. He got not one, but 2 tennis balls underneath the bed frame. Goodness me. No wonder he's bugging me. We already got shots of that, so. We have the amazing short sword traps, yeah. Yeah, again, I don't care for any other. I think once we have the shot of the one noble, I get my point across. Oh yes, that's right. The Nox Moon is the black moon as opposed to the dark moon. Yeah. Yeah, we have this black moon, which I believe is just a giant black crystal that they use to try to create an artificial moon, which I guess you could say might be considered trying to create an artificial god. So that's kind of interesting in its own right. Here's the question: do these look a lot like that one dragon? Like, are these just copy paste of that one dragon we kill in Liurnia, the Sorcerer Eater, or whatever he's called? Asking for a friend. For a Chad dog. No. No. Not Chad. Like, how are you that incompetent? This happens every day. Every single... Oh, Gravelstone. Well, wait, that makes sense, though, because these are dragons, though. Either way, I'll take a shot of this. Actually, no, I'm not taking a shot of this when he's covered in that much foliage. That is going to be hell to try to get a good shot of. No. Yeah, I want to get a shot of, like, all 3 dragons, though, so we're probably going to have to do that eventually. And just getting the jail for funsies. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Damn. Oh, you should do a post about where you think the Black Moon was. Oh, yeah, that's right. That would be interesting. I haven't thought about how we have the stuff with the Nox and everything. God, and focal length, chat. It's all in the focal length. It's amazing what you can get away with. Again, just for reference, this is actually... this is where the camera actually is. God, I love it. I killed the wolf, though, right? I had to have killed the wolf. Yeah, I killed the wolf. I'm a wolf killer. I'm a bit of a doggo slayer, if you know what I mean. If you catch my meaning. Yeah, I just didn't want this thing to use the low poly model. I was like, that looks very obviously low poly, so let's just get a little closer and make that look a little better. Again, I probably will get a shot of this with the dog in the future, but for now, this will do. Let's get our good old Three Sisters. Lol, was he sitting on the air? Listen. When you're rock, your cognition goes beyond mortal understanding. You don't believe and think about things like gravity, and if you don't think that it exists, then it doesn't exist. It's so beyond you. Basically what I'm saying is, be as dumb as a rock. Lesson of life. Speaking of lessons, I forgot that there were glowing blue flowers here. There are glowing blue flowers everywhere! Like, Jesus Christ, lady. There's just a path back up to here, so... Alright. Go over here. Yeah, go over there. think we'll just do that. Oh, that's right. If I recall, the center gazebo has a similar smithing stone, one tier higher than the other ones. Older sister and 2 twins? Or younger sister and 2 twins, if you want to go reverse order with that. One of them would have to represent Ronnie, so could also just be one sister who was above the others in importance. Yeah, there's a lot of options there. Yeah, I think I like this better. Yeah. We don't need a Dutch angle. Yeah. So this is who I believe the old hag is. That might be a future stream we need to do, is take shots and document all the individual towers to kind of see what they bring with them and what their focus is. Again, most of them have like these library sections, right? And they'll have like glintstone oftentimes, but the question is, how important is that? One thing I'm noticing, not a lot of pictures or portraits here. This is a very, very bare tower. Which again fits with a witch who doesn't go outside much. She basically stays at her tower all day doing her research into the arcane glintstone. All the towers have these lifts, right? I don't think this itself is anything special, correct? Yeah, I'm not noticing a single portrait here. Yep, not a one. We do have the Erdtree thing chest here, which again puts into doubt whether or not those chests are of any significance. Damn, we zoom in on them good bulls. Yeah, Adolphus. ×5 speed is super useful. Glintstone flowers love the moonlight. That's true. That could be the interpretation there. It could also be because they're all concentrated around the tower. That specific has to do with the nature of the person here, right? Because we've only seen this stuff in very important contexts, such as the Karian Study Hall. So there has to be something major going on there. Some obviously have the gold crystals. Yeah, there's very obvious cases when they're there that they the devs at least put some thought into the environmental storytelling. So even if it's a lot of copy-pasted assets, which assets they put where is still notable. I think Erdtree chest is just the base chest, and the other types are more important. Yeah, that could be a fair assessment. It could be similar to the coffin cemeteries where they use the witch statue that we see, of course, here. But there's anything to indicate specifically a sorcerer association. They just use the model and the pictures and stuff, and like we should be just paying attention to the fact that it's supposed to be a quote-unquote graveyard. I could see something like that being the case. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. We got our good old serpent boys covered. So this would presumably be the glintstone that our Chloeanna or whatever is getting her stuff from. We have our typical wolves and bears. I would normally not take shots of all the turtles, but I think it's worth pointing out that there are so many. In one spot. Uh-huh. Did he just get himself killed? Did I just witness a suicide? Well, that's his problem now. I need lore on these weird snail snakes. Listen, evolution does weird things to a dragon. Sometimes they become a feathered little thing, and sometimes they become a very thin, squiggly thing. And sometimes they become a room bear. I'm half convinced now that room bear is the original bear species. It's just like, ah yes, when a dragon lost its wings, its snout, and all that stuff, but it was still a fucking menace. I'm half convinced at this point that is what room bears are. Alright. We've done a round trip around this entire area. Alright, anything important I still want to get at Lycaria Manor? Well, let's check my hypothesis against Ronnie's Tower. Ronnie's Tower would be a good example, because if she has... Again, it's not going to prove anything if she doesn't, but if she has portraits, it definitely shows the contrast between her and Chloeanna's. Look at that, glowing blue flowers. Who would have thunk? Gosh, it's like a pattern, chat. Oh god, we're still in the middle of the nighttime. We have the witch statues here. Fascinating. Snail snakes are Loki's favorite. Nope, I could not care less about them. There's a chest, which I don't remember what was in that chest. Where does this take us again? Yeah, they're around Three Sisters, Moonlight Altar, and Carian Study Hall, right? There may be more, but I'm not remembering. Oh. sense. Alright, let's go to Ronnie's chamber. Not a single portrait in sight. Okay, for a second I thought that was like an incomplete model. I was like, oh, wait, what? Huh? Ah. We find the statue again. No, I don't like that. It's all 3 towers. Well, let's try not to get Sullivus in the shot, so... I mean, this works. It's just the same with this. Oh wow, this tower. This tower is even less than you'd expect. God, frames really be chugging. That was the Snow Witch outfit? Ah, okay, so that's what was in that chest. Makes sense. Ronnie wants to keep a spare for her doll. Are we gonna do an asset comparison stream for these wizard towers? I hope we don't have to. I hope that all these assets are mostly the same, but they're just like some are there or not. But yeah, we'll probably have to do a stream where we specifically go through and document each catacomb, tower, possibly cave, it depends. Caves, I think, would be more so we'd be looking at enemy variety than, like, environmental assets, because, again, caves are kind of simple. You know, you see one, you know, patch of dirt and rock, you see them all. Is it here? Where are those skeletons? There you are. Now, I find this interesting because these guys are a little bit away from the graveyard proper. So, like, it makes sense insofar as, okay, they're close enough to the Erdtree roots that Deathroot will take them, but the implication is that they were killed and not buried here. So So my question then is, why? Why do we have these guys dead? Noble looking up at the Altus entranceway. Yep. Right here. Good distance away. Ronnie's hiding bodies in the woods, yeah. She's got some skeletons in her closet, you might say. She doesn't want those getting out. No. Kind of fascinating to see the distribution. So you have like the scattered of the conifers among the yellow tree species, which is pretty normal for Liurnia. Then you get here where it's basically all the yellow trees, right? Not much of anything. Even extends a bit here. We don't see any of the big conifers here. Then you get to the moonlight section, then it's dominated by the conifers. And I know there's a mix here too, but they're not loading it in right now. Yeah, like that. Alright, so that's where they start hiding things. I just want to get a shot of everything. God, the frames are even worse over here when I have everything in view. It's like, ah, yes, you want to look at everything at once, do you? God, how's my game not crashed? Please don't jinx it. There we go. Yeah, nothing else worth looking at. You're regular blue, we don't care about you. Does it always turn misty when you come in here first time? Again, what a shocker, we find predominantly spellcasters buried here. Like, oh wow, big surprise. God, I hate the fog here. I don't remember it always being foggy here. I'm starting to think that that might just be bad luck. So this is where we'd have our red wolf. Pretty sure I have shots of you guys being your gravekeeper selves. Yeah, we need to get rid of the fog here. You check if the plant in the lady statue of Farm Azula looked like Glovewort? Nope. I have shots of her, the plant in her hair, though, so you can always compare it. God, I hope this isn't like a Dominula thing. Where they just make it where this area will always start off with the fog. It's really kind of awful. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. There we go. God damn, the things I do to have normal looking graveyards. How do I get my character to not stand out? You hide him behind a pillar. Brilliant. Oh, you piece of shit. Don't you get in the way now. Okay, so this is the best we can do without, like, foliage in the background starting to, like, disappear on us, so... Might even be better if we just do something like this. There we go. There we go. Do you have any ideas about the worms and who they are? The jail worms? The jail worms, Little Church Lore? Can you, clarify what you mean by that? Oh, you're talking about the Ever Jails. I'm thinking about Jail Cave. I'm like, huh? You mean these things. They seem to be constructs who absorb magnetic power from areas, and possibly also runic power, because we also see them at cemeteries and stuff. At first, I thought they may be powering the Evergaols, but I don't think that's the case, actually. I think they're actually attracted here because they're absorbing the energy. And we see what happens, because they can gather up that energy and then they'll explode with it later on. And it seems to be very consistent. I can't tell if they are constructions of the ancient civilization, or if there's something else, though. But yeah, again, I try not to think too deeply on the Evergaols and the stuff related to them. Mostly because I'm just focusing on such more modern stuff for the most part. So, like, outside of, like, a very, very vague history of events and some of the, and, like, the cosmology, I really haven't devoted any time to thinking about a lot of the older stuff. Loki hates moodiness in his photos. Listen, I'm just trying to get the best shot, okay? I have to think about anything I might want a reference image of in the future, and I gotta get it. You know, I think I do a pretty decent job getting it. Yeah, I like that idea, thank you. No problem. Yeah, the question really is who constructed them. Because if it's ancient Civ, then that would be consistent with how, like, some of the dark stuff they make elsewhere in terms of their stonework. But I think this is still might be too bright for the ancient civilization. So could they come from something more ancient and basic? Or are they actually some sort of space life form? Because they have something resembling an eyeball. The problem is they're just a bunch of round stones, perfectly round stones, strung together. So it just doesn't sound right to me that they're not artificial. It just doesn't work. They have ruin fragments, which might suggest, okay, maybe it's a Far Missoula connection, right? But if it's Far Missoula, it's not something we're really familiar with from them, because they don't really have any at Far Missoula proper, or anything in their culture or society that really connects them to magnetism in this way. The closest I can think of is the post-meteor strike, you know, floating around and stuff. But we don't really have any examples of, like, ruin fragments with, the crumbling ruins actually dropping this stuff, so, yeah, it's one of those things where I have to assume that the ruin fragments are just being used because maybe it's a civilization similar to Far Missoula, which, again, the ancient civilization might count, because we do have, again, the whole idea that there are golems that are in Far Missoula before and after its collapse, and with strong indications that the ancient civilization had to have crossed paths with Far Missoula, and at the very least had a presence there as they spread across. Basically, we have from here all the way, yeah, okay, from here, obviously major presence here. I suspect this is actually their origin point. I think they got started helping construct the Forge of the Giants. Anyway, then you have Far Missoula down here, right? So they help with get a presence here, and they stretch all the way here. We have stuff with High Road, stuff with Stormhill and things over here, all the way down here to Morn, or what used to be there before Castle Morn. For some reason, they didn't seem to have much of a presence here. At the very least, we don't have much evidence of it. It's possible that Liurnia removed all the traces, but again, I would need a deeper analysis before I could make that assessment. They're from a meteor, most likely. You think it's a meteor, Zion? I still think they make a fun boss. I guess we'll see. Again, the DLC, you never know. We have so many bosses that appear there. The ones by the Coliseum drop volcano stones for whatever reason. Volcanic stones for whatever reason. I did not know that. That's actually good. That's actually good data. Thank you, Xavier. Because depending on what volcanic stones actually tell us. Let me look it up right now. Volcanic stones. Elden Ring. A smoldering rock containing hot gas. Material used for crafting items. Found on Mount Gelmir. Okay, so you can find it on Mount Gelmir, but it doesn't necessarily say it's exclusive to there. It just requires a rock that contains a lot of fire/heat. We do see unique red fire, similar to Gelmir, in Caelid Coliseum. But we don't have much signs of volcanic activity in the area, so then the question is, where'd they get the heat? The ravine... Alright, so there's good chance that the ravine here once had water flowing through it, because we have the giant crystal formation at the bottom where a waterfall would be, which would make sense, similar to what we have here, right? We have, like, oh, sorry, up here, I mean. Except the water here gets kind of filtered through, and it's possible that it's a weaker concentration. There's also the fact that you have a bunch of these bottom feeders, like, what are those things called? Not sea slugs. Sea urchins, whatever they are, right? Like, they're like deep sea creatures that they're on land, though. Like land slugs or something like that. The point is that they exist, and they're around. So, that being the case, it's possible that there's a reason why the crystal formation doesn't form there, but it does in Caelid. That should be good. I told you this already. Xavier, you're expecting me to remember things. My goldfish memory couldn't even remember what I ate this morning. It's nothing, by the way. Alright. Is that it for the Moonlight Altar stuff I care about? Let's get that shot behind the illusory wall, because that's such a notable thing. Oh no! My headphones! My headphones! No! No! There we go. We're good now. We're golden. God, Liurnia, you make everything chug. It's kind of impressive how big these trees can get here, huh? I mean, yeah, they have the purple energy, something like gravity spells produce, I think. It does resemble something akin to Estelle. Maybe not Estelle, but you get the idea. Yeah, it's the gravity magic's purple color, I agree. There's definitely something there. I don't know if Born from a Meteor, though, works, because I can't imagine something born from a meteor having a bunch of being just a string of perfectly round circles that when it's quote-unquote killed, it just gets lost. Like, it doesn't sound right to me. I already have so many shots of that. But what's one more, am I right? I'm not here for all that magical stuff. Are those webs? Yeah, those are webs. So this fountain hasn't been getting much love recently, huh? I can't tell if that's the pumpkin head or something else making that noise. There we go. Yeah, it looks the same, really. There we go. Maybe they're an evolution of some kind of creature that was born from the meteor? Again, the problem is I can't imagine, again, just a string of balls that can't even keep together once the creature is quote-unquote dead can be the product of a natural evolution, even for some weird space life, right? Like, we see what happens when you get an Estelle or a falling star beast, right? And they look basically like actual animal creatures. Then you got a bunch of string of rock balls. I just don't see it. It doesn't compute for me, sorry. Again, not saying you're wrong. Again, DLC could come out, we could get this all basically confirmed, as you say. I just can't see it with the information we have right now. We have shots of that crab. Oh right, my shots of this got screwed up last time. Do they all have his arm? Yeah, they all have his arms like disappearing into the. That makes me sad. Now we're gonna need See, these look normal. There we go. Loki demands logic in his fantasy games. Yep. Logic is demanded! It has to make sense. Otherwise, how am I supposed to indulge the fantasy? You get me, chat. Damn. I want to get these guys mid-animation. Trying to see if maybe I can... Nah, not quite. Not quite there. Yeah. Almost, but I'm not quite there. We already took lots of shots here, right? So... no need to belabor that point. That's the water wheel. This is the bell tower that we took the super long elevator up to, if I recall. Or is this something separate? No, this is the tower. Okay. Let's take a shot of those dead people in the classroom. Hey, Nardi. Loki, I drew Aldrich and Rosaria, you monster. I hope it's Rosaria stabbing Aldrich in his squishy, sluggy body. Yeah, okay, that's good. Logic is knowing DS2 is a bad game, I agree. That is my metric to figure out whether you are a rational human being. I stand by the delusion that Eldritch is innocent, the true monster is Sully. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong when you get down to it. Can't we just accept that they're two monsters? And that they were made for each other in that sort of, like, hate fuck sort of way? Wait, isn't this the asset reused in Karian Study Hall? I'm a little late to the party in noticing this. They're the old man's Yowie. No, because then we'd have to discuss who's the bottom. My money's on Aldrich because he seems like a power bottom, to be honest. God. How did we even get on this conversation? Ah! Oh, whoops. Listen. Listen. Sometimes you just gotta eat, chat. Coria! Coria! Where are you, my Coria? My Coria queen! Listen, he's just been here for a while, chat. Listen, I can only turn this camera up so high, you stupid idiots. Ah, so that's the hint too. We can go over there, try to find a way. Gotcha. Listen, Loki, we're giving the Dojin artists. The Dojins will write themselves, but we don't need to help the artists any more than that. Besides, who the hell makes Souls Dojins? But it doesn't load itself, that's the problem. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. You can be heard all the way from the lobby. Wait, is there a non-respawning sorcerer? I could have swore there were sorcerers here that went with this guy. Guess I'm just nuts. Would be the first time. Honestly, I need to go through here with the... Oh, there you are. You're just reading your book? Man, you let the frickin' Berserker do all the heavy lifting, huh? Alright, we're gonna do this. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Now, get me over here. Rouse the bars of my enclosure. I make Dojin of Souls characters! I'm normal! I'm normal! I'm normal! Yeah, you are. Sure, Nardi, sure. You know, I find it hilarious that they had these assets for, like, Irithyll and shit, and it took until Elden Ring for them to actually put statues on these things. It's like they're supposed to be there, but like in Dark Souls 3, they never used them for that purpose. It was just like blank decoration. So it's super funny to see that now. Again. Wait, the hell am I? There we go. Wait. Where the hell is this fog coming from? Well, first off, it's nighttime, so we need to fix that.
Where did he flee?
Listen, ignore the crazy lady chat.
Where did he flee, my sweet?
Um, I actually would have liked to get this with the door closed. Again, something to remember when if I come back here with another character. There's our tower. Alright, now we can go inside. There we go. Oh, Loki, fun fact. The attack where the Pumpkinhead smashes their head on the ground leaves a wet puddle and makes a squish sound. Good to know. My next project, Renala, America, Radigan, Godfrey. Oh no, it's gonna be a foursome, is it? Today's the new Elden Ring manga chapter. Oh, that'll be fun. I'm sure we'll get some hilarity. Crazy to think that project's still going, huh? It must really sell well. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. I'm sure this is copy-pasted from something in real life. I just don't know what. Again, I find it funny that Radigan decided to send a statue of himself as Elden Lord to his wife. It's like, hi, honey, you miss me? Here. Here's me now that I've married someone else. It's like, I hope that comforts you. Go. Hopefully it gets an anime adaptation. I hope not. God, imagine that being our only Souls anime adaptation. It's for a comedy manga. Oh, look, do you have a picture of the insignia on Renala's robes? I do not. Also, she's actually sitting on something? Holy hell, I didn't even realize. Wait, did she have that during the boss fight, too? Did she just sit on, like, her little crib thing? More you know. That's the moon seen on the bottles of Celestial Dew. Oh, is that so, Nardi? Alright, Xavier, where's this, oh, is this it? This the insignia? Yeah, isn't this something we see elsewhere? I think with, Kari and Crests? Let's see if her breathing changes this at all. Honey, I've got you something you've always wanted, me! Also, we're getting a divorce. No, this is after the divorce. Actually, I guess you could argue he never told her. Depending on the scenario, it's possible that, like, Radigan just up and left without mentioning anything. Then, like, next time she hears from me, it's like, here, honey, here's an egg. Here's the statue of me that we just got carved in Lingdell. They made a nice copy of it. I'm married to myself now. It's a cradle, I think. A cradle. Damn. So yeah, what are these screenshots for? Nothing in particular, Nardi. I'm just taking shots of stuff related to Moonlight Altar and things, in case I want to either reference them in the future or do some analysis involving them in the future. So basically, think of it as me getting a head start on some of my astrologer stuff. You might get a better picture with the player version of outfit. I probably could. God, I can't wait to send you the Liurnia item, Jockey, so you can bang out Liurnia content. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting around to Liurnia, too. Like, there's just so much Elden Ring stuff to do, and I just need to put it on hold, because until the DLC's out, I want to focus on my Dark Souls 3 stuff. I also want to get Dark Souls 2 Ilium Lois pumped out. Ilium Lois is a very important topic I need to get done to finish my Dark Souls 2 content. Otherwise, I'll never get Abyssal Archive 2 out at this rate. Alright. Okay, I think that's it, chat. There's something else super relevant to what we were already getting at Moonlight Altar that I can think of. I think I've covered the Carian migration stuff pretty thoroughly. I've covered Carian Manor pretty thoroughly. I could get screenshots of like the telescopes and stuff, but we'll get those at a later time. Does the concept of divorce even exist in Elden Ring? I mean, it's a pretty basic human concept of a separation of two who make a union, so I have to imagine it does. I can't imagine that Radagon and Rennala are the first people that ever decided, hey, we don't want to be together anymore. Even if it's something like verboten in, like, their culture. Loki, you've been saying you wanted to cover Ilium Lois for almost a year. I told you before, that I was on cooldown for Dark Souls 2 after the end or beginning of last year. Yeah, beginning of last year. And now a year's passed, and I feel like, okay, I can handle, like, covering Dark Souls 2 content again. It's not gonna make me want to pull my hair out, like, immediately and shoot myself. He said he'll get back to DS1's lore through it. Well, hey, that's happening. Something that really interests me is the juvenile scholars hold a purple flame in their hands, similar to the purple flame of St. Trina. Oh, do they? I never noticed that. Wow, this elevator really isn't that long, is it? If it wasn't for Moongrum, I probably would have noticed. There we go. That's done. Also, purple flames on the candles and the crystal mines. Okay, then that makes it less suspicious. Because it might not be intending going for the Trina angle. Might just be them going for like an off-brand blue in order to add some ambiance to certain things. I don't want to shove them up. No, I don't care. One of these days, they'll decide they'll use their sorcery power. Ah! Come on! That wasn't even that big of a fall! Carian migration, Doc about to go crazy. I keep finding Rhyme Crystal Buds. Yeah, the Rhyme Crystal Buds are important data, so again, every little detail you have, Nardi, is good. But yeah, like... So, as is, I think we have enough to say enough about the migration to be, like, there's about, like, 3 or 4... I think there's 3 major groups, which are the Celians, the Lascar, and the Carians. There's some split-offs from there and stuff like that. There's still some ambiguity here with the Demi-Human Forest ruins on when and why exactly we have some splitting off and going off to this island in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I think I have a good idea why, but I'd like to see what Teen Sith will come out with her doc, covering her ideas for that. Third Church America we got covered, yeah, we got the Celian stuff. There's nothing really known about the Celian stuff except the architecture, so... I think we're gonna stop there with that one. But you know what? I do want that shot of that crystal forming at the bottom of that waterfall area, so. It's a Loki stream. Yeah. However, the juveniles are slumber/sleep related. Kind of. I mean, the thing with is that Renala transforms them into graves and stuff. So like, I don't know, the sleep-slumber thing is, it's a little more like metaphorical, I think would be the word. Can't be the rot, can it? Could be also traces in this actual river area. Oh, come on. When does Caelid have freaking fog? Riddle me this, Batman. It's Caelid. The real question is why Magic Academy has normal candle flames and the Carians have blue ones. Exactly. They could at least use some of that sorcery power. Maybe Carians just like to show off. They're like, listen, we have so much magic, we don't know what to do with it. We're burning our freaking firewood with magic. And all the virgin sorcerers at the academy are like, ew, we don't want to waste it. It's a precious resource. What happens if we need it later for some very important ritual? And the Chad Carians are like, bah, weak. Okay, why are we getting this consistently? What if we go from here? Batman, Loki, and Gotham Caelid complaining about the fog. That I am. Like, why is it always raining? Raining, raining, why you always raining? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this shot. Yeah, fascinating. My mood is keeping the candles burning. Renala just flexing. Alright, I think that's really it though now. I think that's all the stuff I wanted to cover. So yeah, I think we're gonna end things here again. Alright guys. Thanks for keeping me company during this rather boring stream. Always nice to have the casual streams. Have someone around. Alright, see you guys later. Sayonara!